Cool me down. I'm feeling so exotic right now. I'm hotter than the tropics. Take me there. By Cuba, baby, let's go. Love me all the way to Rio.
My review of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 6, Episode 1. We've all been waiting for this for a long time. It's taken ages for it to finally come out. But yeah, it was a good episode. I mean, not a lot happened because, you know, they had to explain all the new characters that have been added in and stuff. But it does look really good. They've given the whole show an uplift with the, not the intro, but the, you know, the slider bits or whatever you call them. So yeah, and it looks really good. So yeah, they pretty much just started the show off with Teresa and her legal problems, which I was shocked that they were started off like that. I didn't think they were going to start it off with just Teresa and her legal problems. I really didn't believe that. I thought they were going to start it off a little more happy than what they did. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. It was still interesting. And yeah, I'm happy that Caroline and Jacqueline are gone this season. I feel like last season they were just... I really didn't like Caroline last season. She was just very annoying and frustrating. She was just kind of got into everyone's business and she was a bit of a bitch. And Jacqueline was just crazy and stuff like that. I just didn't like her. I did like them in the first few seasons, but then after they all started ganging up on Teresa, I just didn't like them. Because I am a Teresa fan. I know a lot of people don't like Teresa, but I'm one of Teresa's biggest fans. I really like her, even though she is crazy and she is a bitch at times. I don't know, she's fun to watch. And yeah, I don't feel like Teresa and Joe deserve to go to jail. I mean, I think maybe Joe should. I do believe Teresa didn't know her full involvement with it, and I just feel for her kids, I feel like they still need a mother. I feel like Teresa should not go to jail. I feel like she should be out there with her kids, and if they still want to, you know, they still want to put her in jail, just put her in home arrest, like, just so she can't leave the house and she can just stay there. I think that's a good compromise for, you know, the kids and stuff like that. It's great to see Teresa and Melissa friends again. You know, for the last 3 seasons we've seen them fight the whole time, and I mean, I think everyone was over it by, you know, season 5. I mean, the first part of season 5 was really good. You know, they had a lot of drama, but then after they became friends, it just kind of got really boring, and I don't think many people liked it. I mean, ratings went down, and it wasn't, yeah, it was just boring, the second half. But I feel this season is going to be, the drama's going to be fresh. There's going to be more storylines than just one drama, you know, filled season, just about hating Teresa, you know. It's good to see Teresa has Dina, and it's so good that Dina came back. I'm so happy Dina came back. I know a lot of people are happy about it. She was just such a great person in season 1 and 2, and she wasn't really, like, she didn't really care about the cameras, or she wasn't fake, and I really like that, you know. And she's said she'll never do a reality show with her sisters again, or brothers, you know. So which is a good thing, and she's just really honest, and I just hope this season she doesn't compromise, you know, to stay for next season and cause heaps of drama. I hope she doesn't get caught up with it, because, you know, when she was in it, drama back then was a bit different. It was still as intense, but it wasn't, if you don't bring the drama you will get fired. So I feel like, I just hope she doesn't bring heaps of drama. I hope she just stays to herself and is the mediator of this season, but I feel like she will have to step up to the plate and still have to bring something to this season. So yeah, and Melissa's back. She looks fucking hot, sorry for my language, but she does. And, you know, her and Joe are happy, and yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much about Melissa since season 5 is finished, apart from her and Teresa are friends again. And yeah, her friend Amber has come onto the show, and to be honest, I don't really like Amber. From the trailers and stuff like that I've seen before the show aired, I already kind of made my opinion up about her. It probably will change, who knows, but Amber just seems really crazy. She seems tick tick boom in the head. She just seems really crazy. But yeah, she's a cancer survivor, and she was friends with Melissa in the past, and she went to Melissa's wedding and stuff, and then when she got cancer, well, they stopped being friends after the wedding, and then you know, Amber had beef with Melissa because apparently she didn't try and help her when she had cancer. But yeah, they both pretty much called each other gold diggers during the episode, which was funny. So Amber just seemed weird. She just seemed she had to control everything, and she just didn't seem a lot of fun. And she really seemed like she was lying a lot of the time. That's what I felt anyway. How she was like, oh, you know, she didn't say she had a perfect life, but she's like, if I do it my way, then my husband and my kids are all happy and stuff like that. And it was just, she just seemed really annoying and frustrating, and there wasn't too much about her. And I am happy they brought her in. I feel like she is going to be the main target for this season. I feel like everyone's probably going to gang up on her. Not a whole Teresa gang up, but they're still going. She's going to be the main target of all the drama, as we've seen in the promos and stuff. And then there are the twins, Nicole and Teresa. I thought it was Teresa, but it's Teresa. And yeah, I really like them. They're really funny. From what we've seen, it was really funny when they were walking to Amber's party and they didn't want to get their hair wet. I was laughing at that. And they just seemed really funny and genuine. And yeah, I really like their personality. It's good to have another family on the show, you know. It's good to have two sisters. They're twin sisters. It's weird how like they're the same person though. They've made them in the show like the same person, you know, the same interviews, the cut bits, the slide. I have no idea what that's called, but to introduce the character, they're on the same one. So they seem really good. Teresa is married to Reno, and he seems really funny. I liked him as well. And yeah, so they just all seem really funny. And she got a divorce from Reno, then got married to him again. And Nicole, she was married and now she's divorced and has a boyfriend, which she seemed to connect with Dina at the party and stuff. But yeah, they just seemed really funny. There wasn't too much this episode about getting to know people. There was a lot of flashbacks. A lot of it was Teresa's legal problems. There wasn't a lot of drama. There was only a thing about Amber and Melissa, but I kind of expected that it wouldn't be, because they just have to introduce all, you know, 3 new characters. And you know, this is the biggest change they've ever had on the show. They added Melissa and Kathy, you know, in season 3, but it wasn't. It would be much easier to introduce them because they were family and stuff. But I'm still happy that they've, you know, Amber was a friend of Melissa, so they haven't got random people, and Amber was a friend of Teresa and Nicole. I like that, and I like that they're family, so there's no like just random people. And it looks to me that there's just going to be so much. Like it's all going to be fresh drama. Everyone's going to be angry with everyone else. It's not just going to be one person. Then they go to the party at Amber's house. She's having a party. It was, you know, they were trying to make it out like Teresa, you know, Melissa invited Teresa, but obviously it was just the producers like, you all have to go to this party. It was pretty much the first time they were all introduced to each other. And yeah, so Dina goes with Teresa. I think Melissa's the first one to arrive, and that's when she makes the gold digging comment, like, you know, she always wanted money. And so did Amber made it as well earlier on in the episode. But they seem to have a weird friendship. They seem to kind of, I think they're going to compete with money and stuff. I don't think Amber is very, she seems really down to earth. She like wants to come across that way, but personally I don't. She just seems like she cares about money. That's just my opinion. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to care about that, then you know, that's fine and stuff like that. But I just hope the whole season isn't about her and the cancer. You know, I understand, I'm happy that she's able to keep living with it for her kids and stuff like that, but at the same time, you know, I don't want an hour of a show just to be talked about cancer, you know. I'm very over people's sob stories on TV, because, you know, like even on the X Factor they have, or The Voice, you know, they have a sob story, or, you know, to make people like them more. And, you know, you don't know on TV what's real and what's not, and I'm not saying it's not real, but you know, she's going to milk it as much as she can, and she seemed very like everyone had to know she had cancer and stuff like that. And I get that she's a survivor, but I don't want to hear about it 24/7. But I'm sure that I will. And then the twins came to the party and they invited like heaps of friends, and then Amber was all up herself and was like, you know, Italians taught me how to behave, but I'm like, they're Italian too, so it didn't really matter. So I was confused when she said that. But yeah, it was, and then Dina and Teresa came, and then the twins said like, oh my god, she's here. At first I didn't get that bit. I was like, why are they so shocked she's here? But then I realized at that time, because they started filming in December, and so I thought they probably didn't know who was coming on the show. Like, they probably didn't think Teresa was going to be in this season. So because back then it was still all up in the air, and they probably wouldn't think she'd be in it because of her legal problem. So I think when they were like, oh my god, she's here, I think they thought that she just wasn't going to be there. That's what I think, and they were shocked in that way that she wasn't on the show. And yeah, Dina was, I like what Dina said. She's like, you know, she doesn't like making friends that easy. She works a lot. I'm the same sort of way. I don't like people until I get to know them. I'm very standoffish, and then when I'm friends with them, I go crazy. But I understand what she meant there and stuff like that. But anyway, it wasn't really a fight, but, you know, talk. Amber wanted to talk to Melissa about the cancer thing. And, you know, Amber was like, you know, what happened to you? You know, you kind of just disappeared after your wedding and stuff like that. And yeah, it's funny that, before I go on with that, it's funny that Amber and Teresa are friends, because they both seem to have some beef with Melissa, which, you know, I find funny, because if you've seen the interviews for, you know, stuff coming up, then you know that Amber and Teresa are friends. Who knows if they fight, but they're friends now. But, yeah, so Melissa's like, I didn't know you had cancer and stuff like that. And, you know, apparently she sent her a Facebook message saying, hope everything's okay, and stuff like that. And Amber just cracked the fucking shit. So I'm like, calm your tits, you need to calm down. She got like so angry, she's like, you really didn't know? I was like, calm down, you don't need to get this angry about it. Like, not everyone in the world, you know, is going to know you had cancer. When I first saw the trailer, I thought that Melissa was lying. But then when I watched it, you know, watched the episode, I thought Melissa was telling the truth. So I kind of swapped what I thought. No, I really did believe Melissa when she said she didn't know, because what would be her point of lying? Like, yes, it would, I understand she could delete the message on Facebook and it would make her seem like a bit of a liar if she did that. Well, it would make her a liar. But, you know, she would look like a bad person if she didn't reach out and help her old friend. But personally, I don't think it would... I wouldn't think of Melissa as a bad person if she didn't anyway, because I feel they were old friends. They hadn't talked for each other for like a few years. It wasn't like they just stopped being friends when she got cancer. They hadn't been friends for a while. So, I mean, I know people who I used to be great friends with now, and if they got sick, you know, I don't know if I would, you know, I would maybe reach out to them, but I wouldn't be helping them 24/7. And like, I would expect them to do the same thing. Like, I don't think they would help me that way, because we have different friends, and you know, it's just, I feel like she was being very one-sided and saying, you know, you kind of just disappeared. And Melissa even said, you know, you disappeared from my life as well. You know, it goes both ways, and that's the truth. Anyway, the last bit of the episode was pretty much the Giudices having a family picture for Joe's Joe's mum or grandma, I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, anyway, so they had a party for that, and it was really nice. It was a nice party for, you know, all of them and the photos and stuff. But Teresa said it was mainly for Joe, you know, in case he goes to jail, and, you know, to get the family together one last time, because back then the what was it called, the court was scheduled for February. So, and then it moved to July, now it's moved to September. So back then they only thought they had a few months. But yeah, it was really nice, and it was really heartbreaking to see Gia cry at the end with her dad, even at the start with her mum, you know. It just I felt really bad for them. Like, I know they've made mistakes, and I know, you know, some people are going to disagree with me and be like they can rot in hell and go to jail. I just don't think they should, you know. I think, you know, he should serve the time, but I feel like she should be there for his mother, Teresa should be there for her kids. I don't feel like it would be really mean to just send them both to jail. And I know it's not about being mean, you know, they've committed a crime. So, you know, but that's just my opinion and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was everything for the episode. Yeah, the rest of the season, not next season, it looks really good. They've showed a lot of drama, the stuff building up between Amber and the twins, it looks like. Teresa isn't really in a lot of the drama, but it doesn't surprise me because she's going to have to, you know, she has to keep a good image for the show. Like, she has to keep a good image for the court. Like, she didn't want to do anything. So if she doesn't go to jail and she's in season 7, then I think she will bring the drama. But yeah, I think they all get in the fights. There's a hair pulling scene. Dina and Teresa look like they get into a little bit of an argument in one of the scenes. But yeah, it pretty much looks like the new people are going to bring all the drama. Amber looks crazy. I can't wait to see her get, you know, I don't know who pulled the hair, but hopefully Amber gets her hair pulled. I'll enjoy that. But yeah, I hope you guys like my review. You know, please like, comment and subscribe. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. You know, this is the first episode I've done of this. I've done Beverly Hills if you want to check it out. But yeah, yeah, I'll see you guys next week.